Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. With the sunrise spark, fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Road again. That's definitely what I gotta definitely do that, check into that. But today on the Morning Mac, I want to say how beautiful the day is, and I want to tell everybody that has not, if you have not already gotten your CMOS regimen fill up, go on and get your CMOS, and that's good all year long. I'm trying to tell you, it's good for so many things, especially what this is being Wellness Wednesday. Is good for good mental health, cognitive skills, is good for digestion, gut health, and it boosts your immune system. It makes you feel full longer. If those who have problems at snacking and all that good stuff, look, it has 92 vitamins and minerals. It was 102, but 92 our body needs, and they always tell you guys, oh, get this sea moss from this side, the Ocean Pacific, over here, over here. Look, sea moss is a good dietary vitamin supplement to have in your diet. Elderberry, magnesium, and zinc, boom. And your sea moss, boom. And some people even say bladderwrack and all that stuff. Um, I haven't tried bladderwrack, but I thought, well, I heard it was nice. That and that Shilajit. That's what it's called, Shilajit. Thank you. Sometimes I get mixed up with saying the name. It's good for the body as well. Vitamins and minerals. It's like everything that you need for the body to help rebuild itself, heal itself, and to last longer is already here in the earth. I mean, it's not in the lab nowhere. No scientist or no doctor is making it up. It grows from the earth. Even the Bible says that whatever you need, the body needs, look, the earth give it to you. So I've been taking advantage of that, trying to get good vitamins and herbs in the body. So the more of good, healthy stuff that I take and put in my system, the less man-made medications that I need. See, I'm doing that, balancing that. Good herbs and good eating, healthy vegetables and everything, beans for the protein and all that good stuff. Less medication that I have to take from a lab, from a pharmacy, for whatever. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get all the way to the earth and cut out the pharmacy altogether if I can. So that's what I'm working towards. That's my personal goal. And my other personal goal is to make sure that I tell it to everyone about this great book right here before the other one starts dropping. I want everybody to get the first one first, because you can pick up the second one or the third one. Like I said, there's 5 books in this installation of Shades of Blue. But Shades of Blue, this one right here is the first installment of the series of Blue. So I just want everybody to get this, read this. It's not a big read. It's a good book. It's interesting. It's going to have you laughing and crying. It's going to touch all your emotion and senses, but it's a good story. And it's the kind of story that could be applicable to anyone's life, no matter color, creed, religion, or whatever, because sometimes we all go through things sometimes in life. And if you have experienced life where everything has just been great and hunky-dory and all that good stuff, and you haven't came across any trouble wind, trouble storm on the water, if the creek don't rise and all that stuff, you haven't came across anything in life, I have one thing to tell you. Just keep on living. Keep on living, because trouble do come. And it's amazing how we maneuver those rough waters. When we get those choppy, rough waters, it's amazing how we maneuver through life. Some of us could go kicking and screaming, and some of us are cool about it and know how to ride the wave. You know what I mean? But it's all how you deal with stuff that comes your way. I think that's the true test, because trouble's going to come for all of us. Depends on how you deal with it. How you carry it. Okay? It depends on how you carry it. Now, this is how I want to carry it. Today, did anybody hear? Look, I'm so excited. President Trump talking about the tariffs, dividing up the tariffs rebate, and he's talking about giving the American people additional $2,000. Okay, they're getting a $2,000 rebate check. That's what they're talking about doing. I don't know about anybody else, but I can use that money, especially since the prices of everything is going up, and the food's going up, the doctor visits going up, insurance going up, everything is going up. So that money will be duly, gratefully appreciated. And I don't care what nobody says. Oh, President Trump this, President Trump that. But I bet you when he start passing out that $2,000, I bet you ain't nobody going to say, I don't want it. Keep your $2,000. And if there are some of you out there that feel that way and don't want that $2,000, then donate it to the Morning Mac Show. I'm dropping the official decree and gauntlet. If any of you jokers feel that way, I don't want President Trump's $2,000. I don't want his money. When you get it, donate it to the Morning Mac Show. We would greatly appreciate it. We would. See, you're doing something nice. Look, say, I don't want your money, Trump. I'm going to give it to the Morning Mac Show. Okay, we'll take it because I know I want my money. I ain't going to turn it down $2,000. And I don't think nobody else on the panel going to turn it down. So all them people, all them rebel rousers, and be like, oh, boo, boo. I bet you won't be booing when he passing out the, So can your vote be bought? I guess it can for $2,000. Look, just take the money and run. Just get your $2,000 and say thank you for the tariffs, for the money for the tariffs, because ain't nobody else trying to share the tariffs with you. So look, just take your money and go. You ain't got to vote for the man come November. You ain't got to do the Republican thing and all that. And for some people, don't even subscribe to Democratic or Republican Party, but get your dollars, get that money. It's gonna come with a price, but we'll find out what it is, what the price gonna be later. But I know for right now, I could use that $2,000. I need to get some more glasses anyway, especially if they can't fix my my special glasses. I don't know why I only got the refractive lenses and the transitional lens on one pair of glasses, because they cost so daggone much. So on one pair of glasses, I get it, and that's the pair that happened to the little handle thing came off, and I cannot even see if it just need a screw or if it like broke. All I did was pick the damn glasses up, and the thing said blue. I'm like, how the hell did that? I don't know, but the darndest things. So yeah, I have to go back and see if they can fix the glasses. They probably want to charge me an arm and a leg, or say, oh, we can't fix it, the frame, this. I'm like, well, all I need is a frame. Then put the same prescription and glasses that look like this, switch it out, because they're gonna try to get you. I know they're gonna try to get me like they did before. And I paid too much for that medicine that's in that glasses, for the refractive lens, for the shades, to say, okay, I'm not finished with them glasses. Them glasses, it was $1,300 for that one pair of glasses because of the medicine in it. It's the bifocal kind. Like if you look at the bottom part, it's bifocal, and if you look over, it's for nearsighters, one of them kind of stuff. And then it's got the reflective lenses, so when you do drive at night, it won't be all in your eye, hurting your eyes. And then it got the transitional, where depending on how bright the sun's shining, how it turns to the shades and all that stuff. Man, they better fix these daggone glasses. That's too much money to leave on the table, and I'm not done with that. Even though the glasses might be 4 years old, so what? I still got some more use out of. I got to get some more use out of. But that's what I want to say about that. But look, I done talked enough. Let me bring in my super producers and the panel and all that good stuff. Let's see.
Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow.
What up,
Hey, Trey Money. Hey,
From the first headlines,
what up, Drake? Uncle E. Don't eat in that top. I mean, already.
Sometimes it's hard not to say, hey, Slicky Woo Boo. I almost slipped out and said, hey, Slicky, because I know he's somewhere watching, I hope.
Let's say hey.
Resting.
Yeah,
Let's say hey.
Every morning.
Don't stop here.
I still send with
It's still new, right? It's still, wow. I can't believe sometimes it's still, I don't know. I probably feel like this forever because I can hear his voice. He'll be the one calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Get your lazy butt up. Get up. He the same one that called me at 4 o'clock in the morning too. What you do? I'm like,
or sharing the link for a live stream. A Slicky Woo Boo at 3:30. Slicky, nobody is up right now. like that. I catch you when I can, but I'm not up at 3:30 right now.
Nah.
He'd be like, I saw you on, I see. And for some reason, he said that Facebook lets him know when I'm online. I'm like, that Facebook is lying because I ain't on no lie. What is you talking about?
I mean,
Your light is on.
Yeah,
Is some light on to let people know they online?
yeah, it is if you don't turn off your active status.
So, okay, I don't know. I don't even know
When you
what.
come in and you sharing shit, you online. Just to let you know, you online. You ain't gotta be interacting or no DMs. You online. So you touch it one time and it probably sits online status for like 30 minutes or more. I don't know, but yeah.
App's still
You can
open.
see what's online. Yep, if it's still
So
open.
you mean, if I just look, somebody send me a thing and I look at it, it's gonna
Yes,
say I'm online.
Yes, you got online.
It's active.
Yeah. Change the active status. That's all you gotta do.
Man,
So can nobody see when you pop on or not?
People think I'm on all the time.
You are all the time.
Umar.
I see things in the group chat of videos. You are always online. So that's probably why he expected you to be online.
Oh yeah,
And then sometimes I could be laying in the bed and not doing nothing, and it is still, you know, it'd be like, you online.
Either way,
Yeah. So it's a bright sunny day today. So got to do a little bit more, just a little bit more. Look, I was supposed to go out there and I know do some stuff to the truck. I didn't make it because it said it was still too cold when I got out there. I'm like, you know what? And it's plus because it was looking like it was going to rain or something. It's like the overcast.
I don't want to hear that shit.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I didn't know you didn't.
I took my
gabapentin. We got off the show yesterday. I didn't think you.
Look, my aunt called. I'm sitting on the phone talking to her. I took my medicine. Next thing you know, I was like, because I got up early, and sometimes if I get up too early, I think I get tired out quick. The gabapentin, when I take it around 3 or 4, it makes me. I don't know. I didn't even get a chance to check out the podcast last night. I don't know what happened. All I remember is waking up this morning, sitting in my chair, which is bad because my feet was down, and watching the PJs.
My shit.
Eddie Murphy. So I mean, it just cracks me up. You know, and it was some good episodes and stuff. It just cracked me up. One of my favorite episodes when the government showed up and wanted to give everybody a flu shot. That reminds me of what's going on now. Give everybody a flu shot, and then they said we'll find another way to get y'all DNA. I was like, and how old is that? And they was doing that. They said that, and I was like, wow. See, the stuff like Molly be saying, like on the Boondocks, the Simpsons, the cartoons, it'd be right in our face years later. And then when you look back, you was like, wow, that's funny. But yeah. So on Wellness Wednesday, for it to be a true Wellness Wednesday, the first Wellness Wednesday of the year, I want to tell you all to keep your hands washed and stuff because the colds and the flus and all this stuff, viruses are going around. It's always going around. Let me drop y'all, give you a little knowledge. It's always going around. It's never going to stop going around. So when people say, oh, in that season, it's always that season, especially if you're not washing your hands and covering your mouth when you sneeze and other people sneeze and stuff. Look, my doctor's office think I'm crazy because I'll be the only one there getting the eye injection with my mask on. And that is because the last time we was in there and they dilate your eyes and they put us all in this dark room. It was wall-to-wall people. And this guy in there was coughing and sneezing out like, like this. And the girl that was beside him was like this, right? And he had coughed in his hands and did like this, rubbed his hands on the thing, that the armrest. And she's like this. I was like, oh no, he didn't. No, you know, and she's like this, and I'm sitting up there with my mask. And I'm like, how long is my doctor gonna be? I took that roll later and just scooted right on out in the hole. You gotta keep your hands, you gotta protect yourself because people don't care. They already sick. They don't care if you get sick, but you gotta care if you get sick. That's why you gotta keep your body immune system up. That's why I always promote good immune system, like getting the sea moles, getting your elderberry, your magnesium and zinc. Because when your body is fortified and you boost on that immune system, when that guy coughing or whatever, your body can be like, get that shit out of here. Go on over there somewhere and sit down. Sit it down. You know, that body can punk them viruses. But if your body is ran down and your immune system is ran down, oh, when that man cough, he be coughing like Debo. He would be like, come on, that cough, that whatever that virus that he throwing on your body, you be like, what you got on my 40, homie? You be like, he gonna Debo you. That, you know, so that's why it's important to keep that your immune system up, because the slightest slip. And then I also found out that rest, getting a proper night's sleep or proper amount of rest helps your immune system as well. Because when you don't have the proper rest, that weakens your immune system, not getting enough sleep. Makes sense, right? You know, you don't expect to run a car with no gas. So how you gonna, you know, gotta get your energy up, you know, and you gotta eat good stuff, you know, good stuff in, good stuff coming out, you know. And I've also noticed, you know, I know Trey gonna say something about this, but your poop won't smell as bad when you're eating good, healthy stuff.
Blue.
You excited yourself talking about shit because I didn't even say nothing. Didn't even
I know you were gonna say, because you're like, you always mention, but it's your poop is even healthier, you know, versus when you're eating a lot of trying to digest and break down a lot of those harsh meats and all that stuff and all the junk food and stuff. Your poop smells better. So I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying.
What's up, Kyle?
What up, Cali Cow?
What's up, Kyle? Good morning.
Good morning. Oh gosh, I don't know why they just tickled me, but because I'm weird. But what y'all think about getting them $2,000 stimulus checks? How you feel?
Well, you excited though. Tell me how you feel first.
Look, I need I need a stimulus check. It's the first of the year, and my premiums, the deductible hits. So when you go to the doctor, you got to go to, like, maybe after my third doctor's, then the deductible will be met. But yeah, I already been to 2 doctors already once this year. I got to go to one again Tuesday. So maybe hopefully my deductible will be met, because you got to pay more of your bill when that deductible is owed or due. So
okay,
and you know, it helped get some bills out the way. $2,000, you know, that's a nice little piece of change. You know, it's nothing to scarf at, you know, especially the way how much food and stuff costs nowadays, and everything's gone up. You know, and some people might want to recover from the stuff that they spent in December. You know, so. But like I'm stating, anybody that do not want their $2,000 can donate it to the Morning Mac Show.
Is that actually happening? He said, I've seen some shit that it was supposed to be happening last month. He said, what's up, Rod Todd? Question for the lady on the screen: does she prefer chopped?
Yeah, I knew
that. What did he say?
Springs.
Kyle was asking, is that actually happening? Because he said he's seen some shit that said it was supposed to happen last month.
Well, they're talking about for the tariffs dividend. He's looking at the news now because I actually read it. Actually looked at it and read it, and they're saying that
I think he got a video related to addressing it.
I sent something to that effect.
Okay, well, that's what you got on the screen.
Yeah, no, she sent the article, but I don't really know the website. So
okay.
Putting up pop-ups. So I
We
don't.
can still watch what you're saying. A lot of that shit be spam
I
on the
think.
side.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it, buddy. If this
This
something
is
you
this is
read,
ABC Channel 7, I think.
yeah, see if this something you. Well, this ABC 15 in Arizona. They was talking about on the news out there. So
Okay.
Political team. With the money the U.S. is collecting from tariffs, President Donald Trump said he plans on sending $2,000 tariff dividend checks to individuals with moderate incomes by mid-2026. But is it a good idea?
The president understands that people are hurting and that they need some help, and he's using every tool at his disposal to make sure that he can do that.
Trump's top economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, supports the idea. But isn't this exactly what led to high inflation under former President Joe Biden during COVID?
Is there any concern that we could have a repeat of what we saw, to your point, with Biden when he did those stimulus checks?
Well, the issue is that when we passed the big beautiful bill, that one of the things that we discussed about the tariff revenue, which is really in the hundreds of billions of dollars now, was that we would use that to buy down the debt, which would reduce the pressure on inflation and get the government's fiscal house in order.
Hassett also added that tax revenue since last summer has surpassed expectations, allowing more room to consider compensation for Americans.
With all that tax revenue, then there is more room to consider, especially for low-income people, taking the tariff revenue and using it to compensate them in some way.
But not everyone is convinced.
It's already been supposedly set aside as a pay for the one beautiful bill that passed earlier this year. So we're told that it's going to pay for that. It's going to pay down the debt, and we're also going to use it to hand out checks to Americans, kind of give them back their own money. So you could use it for one of those things. You can't use it for all of those things.
Colin Grabo, a trade policy expert with the Cato Institute, underscored that Americans are paying for tariffs through higher prices, and this will only compound the problem.
Americans are paying for the tariffs, and then we're going to try to reimburse them for the tariffs that they're paying. And then furthermore, to the extent this is, we see borrowing to pay for this, that's inflationary. That also drives prices higher.
Whether Americans actually see a check in the mail depends on congressional approval, which could prove to be an uphill battle. Ben Brown, ABC 15, Arizona.
Wow.
Okay.
So again, I'm still saying, because when the Biden administration did it twice, the way it was given out, they still taxed it at the end. And we're going to get taxed at the end regardless, whether they give it to us now, give it to us later, or whatever. But $2,000 can get you down on a bill, whatever. They just talk about, we got in the same trouble we're in. Shut it up. Give us, American people, some money. Shut it up and give us the money. We deserve the money. Everything gone up, from water to air to gas, everything gone up. And we need something, some type of surplus, something to get back. If not, where all that money just stay with the government?
Right, Kyle.
So another politician or Elon Musk can come back and say, okay, he in the treasury, he doing this, he doing that. Give the money to the American people. Give the people the money. Give the money to the people.
Mid 2026, but that's like June, about July.
May, June. You might see it before then. Like some fiscal years in July.
Mid, like the middle of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I just always found it funny that that's like a person taxing you on everything you actually buy. And then they say, hey, we giving you $2,000. It's your money. Why they have a problem with giving Americans back some of the money that they took from them already? You ain't gonna do nothing but take it back in taxes anyway. You go to the gas station, you get taxed. You go to the corner market, you get taxed. On everything you buy, you get taxed. You pay a bill, you get taxed. You use a certain service, you get taxed. You cash your check, you get taxed. So it's just like they taxing you all the way. Then they turn around and say, look, we're gonna give y'all $2,000. That's great. It's like, if they don't give it to the people, where else the money gonna go? In their pocket. So it's like, nah, y'all don't want this guy to give out money, or whoever give out the money, because y'all want the money. It's like, it's only $2,000. Ain't much, but it's a lot for some people. So I'm with it. If they gonna give it out, I'm here for it. If not, hey, just don't count on it. I think that's why people
that's the problem.
pissed off, because they looking for it. It's like, they posted came, they said this. Like, nah, don't believe nothing they say. Just suspect it as shocking if they actually do it. But I think Trump gave out stimulus checks before and they was pissed off. Like he said he was going to do it and he actually did it. And people was getting paid for a long period of time. They weren't paying rent or nothing. And all the people I know, they ain't had to pay that money back. So all them stories I used to hear, oh yeah, Trump gonna have y'all paying all this money back. Y'all gonna have to pay this and pay that. Them people scot free. They ain't had to pay a penny back. They rent was taken care of that whole time they was doing COVID. Some people was getting paid more money than they actually was getting paid when they was working to not work. So it was like I've never seen nothing backfire from that, but I never got none of it. I never got a stimulus check. Every time I try to apply for something, for some reason I can't get it. So I hope everybody can get
hopefully you get it this time, this year.
I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna apply if I can.
They said every American will get it. So before, like when Biden did his, if you was working, you got a stimulus check. So, but somebody that's disabled didn't get one. Not the first time go around. And I said, well, that's messed up because if you're disabled or you're not working, I still got to pay taxes just like everybody else got to pay taxes. If you're not working, I still got to pay my insurance premiums. I still got to pay my co-pays when I go to the grocery store, when I do certain services, when I go to the corner store.
But I still got to pay the tax. You got to think though. And that's what they said. Okay, for handicapped people, we gonna give y'all this. It's people that's not handicapped gonna say, I still gotta pay this, I still gotta pay for that. I actually go to work and da-da-da-da. So it's
no, but see, they didn't do that. What I'm saying,
help both parties out, help everybody out.
Help everybody out. That's what I'm saying.
It's not,
when they did it before, it wasn't for everybody. And then when they did it the second time, then everybody got that $700 check, or was it the $500? When it was the smaller one, everybody got it. I think everybody did it anyway.
I think the first one was 600. Kyle got the question though, because when I'm paying attention to key words, that moderate income was the thing that stood out to me. So you talking about whatever the fuck you talking about, you would need to know whether you fall in that realm or not. So
less than 150,000. That's what they were saying before.
I feel removed from this type of shit because you're not gonna have me thinking about something I wasn't thinking about before. I'm not looking for my job to give me $2,500 that I didn't clock in for. So I'm not looking for nobody else to do the same thing. What's up, King?
What's up, King?
I was working during COVID and didn't get one red cent.
He was working.
If we get it, I'm all for it. Yay! Let's get it. And if we don't, we just at the same way we are now.
I don't want nobody planning and shit.
It still causes division because they might get it for some people. Everybody not gonna get it. So it's for the people who don't get it. They gonna be the ones stressing about it. I didn't give it to this group of people. It's probably nationality or something, or they probably not full American. They ain't been here long enough, and people gonna be marching and arguing about money. Like stuff that they can print up. We gotta remember this is fake. It's like playing Monopoly and your kids and they fighting because somebody's cheating about. It's like, hold on, y'all, this Monopoly is a game. Y'all calm down. But we used to do that. Like, you land on my property, I need that money. They tried, I need my money. And that's how it is in the real world. It's just that we know that Monopoly is fake and this money not real. So we know, hey, calm down. This fake. But not out here.
Whoever GOA 7983 is, join in on the conversation.
What's up,
listen
bro?
for a little bit and you'll catch up.
Appreciate you tapping in. Please hit that like, share, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube.
Yes.
I'm about to get my hopes up, like Kyle said.
No, I mean, it's just something to think about. If it comes, that's great. That's serendipity. That's like, oh, I found something you wasn't looking for, but oh, I found it. It's like finding money. So if you find a check in your mailbox, or you find a wire in your bank account, and be happy. That's serendipity. That's what serendipity is, finding something that you wasn't looking for, just stumbling across something. That's what I'm saying. And for those of y'all who don't like Trump, who don't bang with Trump, I don't want Trump's money. Donate it to the Morning Mac Show. I reiterate again. Donate it to the Morning Mac Show. You don't want his money, that's fine. You don't have to take his money. But on the Morning Mac Show, we will be gladly to disperse and allocate those funds where we see fit, where it needs to go for the Morning Mac Show.
Okay. All right. You hustling.
At the end of the day, do you remember 9/11? Do y'all remember that, right?
I do.
you remember the big story where it happened at, and you know the people they was blaming for it. They was like,
Yeah.
you know, I ride the Muslims and da da da. And then they just sworn a Muslim guy from that country that actually was into mayor of New York. It's like they just be like, I ain't against it, but it's like it's shocking. Like they literally just did this to New York, and you elect one of their people to be the mayor of New York, and he got sworn in over the Quran. I say that's gangster. He said I ain't sworn in over
that don't happen.
Quran
That don't happen.
But I said, come on, y'all. Now we should know that they playing the game. It's no way you allow the enemy become the mayor of New York.
Yep.
Like it don't make sense. It is just mind-boggling to me. I was like, dang, that was gangster. I ain't never seen it.
That is gangster though. That is. Sure, but people gonna place an expectation on it if they don't get it, there's gonna be some problems. Yeah, that's what Molly was saying. I don't like nothing like you said, Kyle. I don't want nothing dangled in front of my face.
Whatever, Ron.
Don't try to, my mind not on that. And people getting excited and shit, and already pre-planning what the fuck they gonna do with it if it happen and all that shit. People be more invested than they be saying. But neither here nor there. But nah, I'm good off that. Ron said what?
Oh no, that's Ron.
Oh, I thought you said
Ron.
What's up, Ron? Yeah, it's all a game. Like Keem said, it's all a game. But I'm not about to be pre-playing this shit and all that. Like that's like a pimp telling you, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a little extra this week," and you excited than the motherfuckers. Oh, okay. And you just don't click that's your pimp still. So I mean,
drug dealer said I put a little extra in there for you. Go on, like what? I pay for a dub.
Your ass is a problem. Anybody that look at you talking about a KD and shit.
I pay for a dub. They gave me a
KD. In any way like that, I can't. You can't excite me. You can't.
Hey, Cal, I talked about that. They ain't believe me about Ebo Noor. I told them Ebo Noor was building a boat and people were selling their belongings because they believe that God told him to build this boat because his name Noah too, to save them from this flood, and it's gonna kill everybody and da da da. And then when the flood ain't happen, this nigga bought a Benz. People upset with him. I'm like, how y'all mad because y'all feel for the okie doke? I'm not mad at the guy because I knew it was a scam from the beginning. In the beginning, I warned people. Any post I seen, I said, oh, he's scamming y'all. I'm about to talk. It's like it's too easy. The preachers and them doing it just I got a heart. Like they use religion to steal from people. And I don't need with religion, but I still can't do what they do. I can't go here and give people false hope and tell them this is going to happen and to tell them I spoke with God like one-on-one and he told me this. And because people really believe these things because they believe the stories that they read. It's like if Moses got a message, why can't he get a message? If Noah at that time got a message, why this guy? And people start selling their things and now they messed up. I'm talking they sell everything they had.
Some type of backup plan for when this shit when it didn't happen because you gotta keep that Mercedes up. So I don't know how long you think you're gonna enjoy it, but you ain't about to keep dropping nobody. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he saved up. Maybe he really. I don't know, but I hope you had a backup plan. That's fucked up.
Faith, you can't have a backup. You got believe. You got to go all in. That's why they mentioned when he walked on water, he took his eye on Jesus and he drowned because he lost faith. You gotta have faith. You say what, Ree?
I was like, why did he tell the people that he needed money? Why was he telling people that?
Why the church do it?
No, I'm asking.
To build the boats.
Oh, so he needed help building the boat. Okay.
Yeah, he was really building the boat. He really
built the joint.
Yeah, he was building boats and stuff. But
y'all ask y'all pastor why you gotta put shit in. Why he asking you about how much?
Yes, I do. And they always say it's the building fund.
You gotta build the church.
Fund. It's the window fund.
The AC and keep the building up.
You know, me and one of my good girlfriends had an argument over why. Cause she was like, "You don't think the pastor should get paid?" The pastor got to get paid too. Because I said, well, why do a pastor need a mansion? Why do a pastor need a jet? Why do a pastor? I said, she was like, well, they deserve to get paid too. I said, they don't deserve to get more than the congregation. I said, this should be nobody homeless, nobody hungry, nobody in need in a any kind of congregation that you got a yacht You got a jet, the pastor in a mansion. I said, if somebody's homeless or displaced, I said, go live with the pastor in his mansion. His mansion got many rooms too, right? And she was like, well, I don't see it that way. He's doing the job. No, no, no. God's word is free. And when the apostles set out, that the words was free to preach and talk about gospel. Just like I don't believe they should be selling the Bible. They claim they got to make a profit because the word and print and all of that, it, costs. I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, you could take care of the man of God without getting him a yacht, a mansion, and all of that. But you don't want your pastor to fly. Don't you want him to fly first class? No.
Somebody said that to you, or somebody,
like
somebody had a conversation with you about that, or
man.
Oh wow, okay, damn.
Yeah, me and my bestie was going back and forth over that. I was like, I said, no. Nope. I said, look, if you leading the flock, I ain't never seen the shepherd that's leading the flock walk around with a gold staff and the sheep behind him looking all raggedy and dirty and stuff, and he all dressed in the nine and then leading. It don't work like that. You of the flock, you of the people. You supposed to be right down there with your folk. That's just me and how what I think.
Big money, man. That's what people understand. Like, it's levels to it. Like, with a lot of money to us, is a little money to some people out here. So when you got these big mega churches, you got people donating thousands a week. That ain't nothing to them, though. They millionaires. So if you got millionaires in your congregation, of course the pastor gonna be driving the Benz. And that's what people get confused. They just think like, oh, of course they want their pastor to have a mansion. They got mansions. They don't want to have a pastor that got less than them or they can look down at and actually come in there and have to praise them and this and that. No, they gonna want their pastor to have the best. They gonna buy them Benzes. They gonna buy them all type of stuff. And then in the lower scale, we look out for our pastors. We just can't buy him a Benz or whatnot. But if he need money, help in the church, even if we got a volunteer, he might. Hey, look, he can't pay people. We got volunteers. The mega church don't get volunteers because they got people that can pay people. They can pay people, get contracts. So it just levels to it. So if you're a pastor, you got a congregation of rich people, you gonna be rich. If you got a congregation of people who just in Session 8, you gonna be your average pastor out here. You still gonna have more than what they have though, because they always want their pastor to have more than them for some reason.
When I used to go to church at Landover Memorial Baptist Church, Landover Memorial Baptist. Anyway, it was a small church. It started off, we were small, and then it grew. When we were small, we learned so much. We was in groups that passed everything. Now it's a mega church. They was able to build a church because we started off small. Then you started using the auditorium in Roosevelt High School over there in Greenbelt that got that big, and it was filled it up. Then they built their own church, and then that was called Woodlawn Stream. If anybody know about Woodlawn Stream, and I want to say, did they call that Upper Marlboro, Woodlawn, over there near where the new what's that Woodlawn area is? That's a really nice area too. Over there where the Wegmans and all over there where the Costco's, the new area. It's over there. And it's huge now. And not only is it huge, they got a school. They went from a little handful and became mega. But when it became mega, the pastor used to know everybody's name on first name basis, right? Because Tyree used to love talking to Pastor Bob at the end. And then when it started growing, all of these associate pastors started coming on, and all these other people. It's such a mega church now. You get lost in it, and not only is
the church growing past a certain point a problem in your mind?
When the message start changing, we used to talk about the one-on-one, and then the message start changing. We used to go into, they used to use the church service for building funds, to talk about getting those the IRAs or getting the savings bonds and stuff and investing in that. To me, that changed. because it was the people come in and talk about how to grow the church, The message changed so much that I lost interest in it, is what I'm saying.
So
Sometimes we start
can
out
I ask you a
humble,
question
it was
about like
more powerful when it
the
was
message?
smaller.
Can I ask a question about the message? Does the message itself, like what is there anything that you thought was significant that you were getting from them that you know couldn't like brew up yourself and pass along to people? Like like
Wow.
was you know?
I came to church not to hear about financial lectures and what you should do with your money and all of that. I came to hear about the word,
Isn't that
hear about the
beneficial?
book,
Yeah.
teaching that way. It went from teaching about that way to getting more mega and more involved, more about money
So
instead of
you're
more
talking
about
about
the
like
people.
talking about, so there will be more discussions in the congregation about what the church is supposed to be doing, because financial literacy, I never heard that be a problem. So if they talking to their congregation about how they can do better with their own money for themselves and stuff, I don't think that's a problem at all. I don't. So if they were talking about the church and stuff and how the church is going to get more bread, then that's one thing. But so I'm trying to figure out, what about the message actually changed, because I expect the church to grow. And just like a classroom, a teacher isn't going to be able to divide. It's not as personal, or as she can't break down the way he or she is teaching or whatever. They can't break it down as much when they got a mass, or they got a whole bunch of classes all of a sudden. They ain't got a small little kindergarten class. They got a whole bunch of high school kids that's going in and out all day. So I expect the dynamic to change with a church that's growing. But I'm trying to figure out what about the message has changed. In a way that what were they giving you that you couldn't feel like you couldn't get from anywhere else?
Money. They were talking about money.
Yeah, all they want is
I didn't.
money.
Right,
Collection plate,
get money. You need
churches,
money. We got to do this, get that, and they wanted
collection
everybody to buy a
plate,
bond, and everybody to this, that. And this is,
gotta
excuse
get
me,
with
this is not
team.
after church. This is not doing church meeting. This is church service. You turn your church service into about money.
A meeting, yeah.
And I'm like, we is a selection from the choir. We get a lecture about money, and then they pass the plate. I'm like, we're here talking nothing about God, nothing about the book, not turn the Romans, not turn it, and it just got, and it's like the more money they got, the more they want, the more money they got. That's how they grew mega. And like I said, by the time they got into Woodlawn Street, I had lost interest because a lot of people felt the same way, and they want someplace else to get spiritually fed. We know the church and everything got to grow. We know, but you don't give a Sunday sermon about you need to buy this bond. You have other people come in that will help grow the church and stuff like that. And everybody wanted you to buy bonds from this company and everything, or savings of bonds, and start, and then you cash it in, hold it for 10 years, and you cash it in, and all this, kind of stuff. And I'm like,
I think churches change a lot, and it most times change with the people. Some people go out, it's old school ways. The young kids come in, they do things a little different because they know most of the normal members are going to come in, but we need to draw attention to get these younger kids in here. So they start finding ways to play music, let kids dress how they want to dress. But that money thing definitely be a problem for some people. But that's one thing you can always just ignore. Like they pass collection plate around. I hit it one time, but when they pass 3 more times in that same service, I ain't putting nothing in. But I don't mind it. It don't bother me. I just say, no, I'm good, and I pass it to the next person. But it'd be amazing how many more people you see constantly keep putting money in it. So it's just like, if that ain't work for me, it's no different than being in a relationship. You find somebody, you love them, things going good, then they change. It's like, oh shit, they change. So you leave or y'all break up, but you'll find somebody else. So it's the same thing with church. This church change, I don't like it. Find another church.
And that's what I did. Look, and then I was at another church, Marley. Look, check this out. That he didn't want to call himself. He called himself apostle. He said he wants to be $1 million pastor. He want his church to give him $1 million a year pastor. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, You only got 30 people in here. How these people going to make you $1 million? He was upset. He was like, I need a jet too. I need this and I need that. I'm like, that is not, to me, personally, that's not a word of God. That to me, and then I was like, you know what? This is not the place for us. So we on the search again. And
so what's the positive about the new church then? Like, you know, after you found a new church, you said you
a Bible teaching church that examine the scriptures and go through the word, you know, not one, they tell you look at one verse and then they close the book and then they talk about last week with Johnny and Benjamin, they was at such and such, you know, going on telling stories and parables. I want to learn, you know, I want to be taught something. You know, that's
I was just saying, speak on the you know, the positive.
There's a lot of jackleg preachers out here you got to watch too.
Yeah,
there's a lot of false prophets out. I used to see Crevlo Dollar. I used to see. I don't even know where he at no more. Come on, Reverend Popoff, and everybody keeps saying I got this $5,000, $8,000 release, and I was like, I got a check in the mail, and I'm like, what is going on about it? I took the water and I did this with the water. There used to be a preacher up in New York, Reverend Ike, used to be on the radio, and people used to follow him. Daddy Grace Church is still over there in Anacostia, and Daddy Grace said he coming back. He coming back like Jesus, and they said his members are still waiting for that. I mean, a lot of these pastors tickle the ear. I don't want somebody to tickle my ear. I want somebody to steer my soul.
Understood.
I want to teach, you know, and I think that's the problem with a lot of religion, because I've been in the temples, I've been in the synagogue, I've been to and every different pastors have different messages. Then I've seen some pastors that have the same message, you know, even though they're different religions or whatever, but they have the same heart, I would say. And that's really a detrimental. This is Wellness Wednesday about saving the soul, the heart, or trying to raise people or gear people towards being good to one another, to be good to humanity, being good to each other. And I believe it takes all walk and all likes and all kinds to be good to each other. So I don't get caught up in one denomination or one religion or one anything. I'm more focused on, can we be good to each other? Can we give humanity be humane towards each other? You know, so that's just me. You know, that's just how I feel and be thinking about a lot of things. And all of this is wellness, because your condition of your soul, your condition of your heart plays a lot to what you put out in the universe and all that, what you get back in the atmosphere and all of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's the vibration that Molly be talking about. That's the vibration. And sometimes people on different vibrations, sometimes people don't mean you no good. You know, I've been into one of the churches where they kept passing the plate, and they're like, we need $200 more to get to our goal. And I was like, wow, they got a goal for tithes. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it don't just mean money. It means giving your time, because if you ain't got the money, you could give your time. You could donate your services. People, you know. So, do you want to do? Look, I'm a skilled master builder. Can I donate my services instead of giving you tithes and money or offering, financial offering? What do you think they're going to say? Give me your money, or sure, fix the building fund. That's, we need a new roof, or we need a doorknob, or we need a window. You know, get them builders up in that church to build that church.
I'm sure there's. I don't think a church would necessarily decline if people can actually do those things or offer those things. You know, I don't know how many people actually extend themselves like that and are willing to do some work for the church like back in the day, where people really donated their time and themselves and volunteer, like Molly said. So, I mean, I don't see no church turning it down, but I know when it comes to getting that invoice, it's going to take a little bit more than prayer to clear it. So, if they do have I don't know, because if everything running smooth and stuff I don't know, people need to pick their battles really. Pastor Daddy Grace, Daddy Madison, the church is called the House of Prayer. I'm not calling nobody Daddy Madison, Pastor Daddy Grace. I'm not calling you that.
But that's his name, because
His
I
name was Daddy
remember Fat Daddy, and that was really his name. And then he had a son, Lil Fat Daddy. That was crazy. Like that was really his name, like Fat Daddy.
Yeah, we want to figure
People
something else
call
out.
him Daddy. I was like, why they call you Daddy? I used to ask my father why they call you Boo. I thought all the ladies was like, why they call you Boo and they call my uncle Bay? Like they been all that. What's up, Boo? What's up, Bay? I've been hearing that my whole life because everybody called my uncle that. Then when I had a man calling him, I said, hold on.
Right, hold on now. Stop the press. Stop the
That's
press.
my name. That's his nickname. My grandmother.
Figure out another nickname. I know you got more than one nickname.
That was her Boo and that was her Bay. So she always called them Boo and Bay growing up, and that's their nickname. So everybody called them, "Hey, what up, Boo? What up, Bay?" But it's just like crazy now hearing girls say that a lot. Oh, that's my Boo. That's my Bay. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
What up, E? He said, ha ha, Ben means pa. And the A, oh, that's cow.
Bay means poop in English.
Yeah, I
Y'all
used to
talk about poop. Go ahead, man.
I ain't getting on that. I used to mess with my boy E when we was like first, second grade, man. We've been friends since kindergarten. But I used to tease him because my birthday October 1st, and he is like a day or so after mine. That I was a few days older than him. I would never let it go. I was like, I'm older than you. Like he should be mad too. That's the shit we used to do when you kids, man. Like I used to really thought that was something big to brag about. I got something. Let me know what you think about this pastor and what he got to say. A lot of people don't like him. I might gotta restart it. Click it.
Okay. All good.
Democrat Party, I'm gonna say it tonight.
Listen closely.
So that you won't be confused. Is the Antichrist Party.
Thank you.
It is anti-family.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say this, you're not going to believe it, but it is anti-black folk.
Thank you.
You are only needed for votes.
Thank you.
Only loved when it's time to get your votes. There's no real care about you. And see, we still stuck and we got that thing ingrained in us that this is the party for the black man. It is not. The party has changed. Black people, really, to be honest with you, have never been the priority. They have only been used. Go back and look at the Civil Rights Act of 1964. We've all given Democrats credit for that, but Johnson was the one that wanted to pass it, but he couldn't get enough Democrat votes to pass it. It was the Republicans that pushed and passed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Go tonight and look it up. Look at Wiki, W-I-K-I, put it in there, 1960. He couldn't even get enough Democrats to vote for it. So he had to go to Republican senators in order to help him out. They are anti-life. The party pushes stuff that's anti-life. It pushes anti-morality because most of their policies are immoral. That pushes sexual perversion.
Thank you.
It is the party of death. Why do you say that, Pastor? If you go back, you will see slavery started with the Democratic Party.
Thank you.
And we saw many slaves that died. We also saw under Jim Crow. Jim Crow was established by Democrats. And we saw under Jim Crow how many were hung and lynched. And then we are seeing today how many babies, African-American people are giving up their future because they won't have, in another 15, 20 years, they won't have enough people because they have cut their birth rates off and have aborted their children. This is exactly what the party wants.
Oh yeah, if I'm putting some money into anybody, it would be putting some money into him. I'll see him. With the stuff he's talking about, I'll see him no matter what building you in. I don't care if you in the church. I don't care if you in somebody little juke joint somewhere saying what you're saying because half the time when it comes to these churches, I see these pastors and everybody want to play it safe and everybody so on top of the money, focused on the money, that they consider it losing heads or losing people in the audience that's putting money into the church versus actually trying to push a message that's going to do something for somebody. So I don't care what his title is. That's somebody that I would listen to and see what they talking about because I don't hear nobody dare to like say the real shit without getting what they call it online canceled and all that type of shit. So talk your shit. I like that.
Yep, I love him. I like him. I can't see who that is, but I like him. What he was saying, I agree. Pastor Geno Jennings be talking like that too. I like him too. A lot of these churches that go to divinity school, that go to all of this, won't talk that way because they're funding. They're funded by their government funding. If they don't say certain things, they won't get paid. It's like, so they got to make sure they stay away from certain stuff, and so they can keep the money and stuff coming. It's about the money. Are you going to be a preacher that's going to preach and try to lead the people, or are you a pastor that's trying to lead your bank account, like trying to come up for yourself individual, you know? But what he was saying, he's not lying. 1964, and he's right. I mean, and I love it when they can tell you to go back and look it up when they give you homework. When they say you could go back and look this up, and he tell you where to go to look at it, boom, it's right there. And you know what? Some people will go look it up and they still won't believe it. Some people don't want the truth. Some people don't want to know the truth because they're like being led. You know what I mean? But no, I don't want to be led. I'm not playing follow the leader. No. Tell me the truth and let me decide. Don't lie to me, because then if you lie to me, you deciding for me.
No, the rental office.
Well, if you allow anybody to control the narrative, they got the power to do so. So as long as you keep your mind open to be able to look things up and always keep your head in the different literature or books, whatever you want to call it, then you'll always be seeking out a second opinion. Because I'm not going to allow a doctor to tell me, oh, you got cancer. Oh, okay. And I'm just going to accept it. No, I'm going to seek a second opinion because I know there's somebody with a different method on how I'm supposed to navigate or a different answer. So, I mean, as long as you keep your mind open to stuff, I feel like you'll never lose because you'll never get. I don't want nobody to succumb to anything that can halt them, and they just good off of it. Like I would never want nobody to take one answer they get. And if it's satisfying enough, people can deliver it to you in a way where you can't accept it. That's what some people's jobs are, really. And that's how a lot of pastors, I feel like, utilize the position that they're in because some of them can do that. And they know they have a congregation that will follow them just the same. So.
And some people will abuse people. Like, I don't know if you guys heard, but I just heard this recently. Donnie McClurkin. Now, this is what perplexed me with this story. I'm giving the allegedly, okay? They're saying that Donnie McClurkin, that this guy came out 2 decades. 2 decades, they said Donnie McClurkin has been assaulting this person for 2 decades. That he looked up at Donnie McClurkin as a mentor, and Donnie McClurkin took him under his wings. And they said that he abused him for 2 decades. These are you was a grown man. How you let yourself get abused for 2 decades? That's 20 years. How you now you coming out and you want to speak? To me, this is just my opinion. It sounds like a lover's scorn. It sounds like they was in a relationship. Donnie might have said deuces or whatever. So now he want to come out and say, okay, then I'm gonna let them know for 20 years you've been abusing me. You ain't gonna keep abusing me, and I'm gonna keep coming back over your house. I'm like, the hell with you, Molly. I ain't coming over your house no more.
I feel like if you speak on something like that, then you got to make sure that you understand the mental health aspect of anybody that's going through, because I would be dismissing half the bitches online that's talking about Bill Cosby raped me 35, 48, 72 years ago. I would be dismissing them just the same way. So
But
I
this
would try
is
to.
different.
I'm trying.
He's 2 decades. He's been doing this over and over. It's not like it's something that happened
Okay,
and then they're coming out with it. He's been,
Yeah, that's it.
he's,
2 decades ago, I would have been 10. So I'm a grown person. So I'm trying to understand certain facts, like how old that person is, and a lot of them other things. I mean, we ain't gonna dig into all that right now, but I'm just saying, when I walk around, people don't say, "Can I see your ID, please?" No, they recognize that I'm grown. I look grown, you know. So I'm saying, 20 years ago, 2 decades ago, I would have been 10 years old. So how old was that person? Because
well,
I don't
they're
know. I feel like
saying,
the church, black
they're
people be too
saying,
quick to be like, "What's the reason or what happened when it comes to a pastor? When it comes to the church and shit?" It
well,
seems like everybody.
this is what they
Yeah,
said. They
I'm
said,
talking about what you saying. I ain't talking about
oh
what they
yeah,
say. I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah. I'm going back to the story with
yeah.
the
yeah.
Donnie McClurkin story. Allegedly, they're saying that the guy Donnie was his mentor, and the guy had question about his sexuality, and they said that Donnie McClurkin believed that you could pray the gay away, and he was
Okay.
supposed to have been working with this the young man at the time to pray the gay away.
Okay. So was Donnie McClurkin somebody? Because I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable of who he is like that. I know the name. The name is that's kind of like a household name, really. And I don't even know who that is. But so that's somebody that identified and said that he was gay.
Yeah, I mean, well, he came out.
Donnie McClurkin said he was gay and prayed it away.
Did he pray his own away? Well, allegedly, not, because if he's been assaulting this guy
No,
for
that's not
20
the question.
years,
No, that's not the question. I'm asking, did that man actually identify himself as gay or somebody that messes around with
he
other
said
men?
that
Because that's a
he would know.
disservice. That's a disservice to any man who identifies as heterosexual. If you telling me about somebody I don't know and
He
you just
wasn't heterosexual. He was questioning his sexuality. He was questioning his sexuality.
okay, so his questions okay, and that's enough to be like, oh, he did something to that. Because the first thing you said was like, how did he let it was just like real dismissive. So not to dig all into it, but it was just real dismissive on the surface level. When I don't know how old that man was. You said 2 decades ago, how you let somebody touch you? How do all the other people let somebody touch them?
Not let somebody touch you the one time, but you keep going and going and going and
For
going.
20
It's been
years, he
ongoing.
basically allowed him to touch on him for 20 years.
Okay.
It wasn't like it happened 20 years ago. Basically, that's what you're saying, Reese.
Right.
And he
Okay.
bringing it up. This been going on for 20 years. She's saying,
Yes.
as a grown man, you believe you shouldn't allow a man to do this
That's
that long to you. At some period of time, you should at least stand up for yourself. But for some reason, he been allowed this for 2 decades. And Trey saying that he might got to him young, so that probably can be the reason. If he got to this dude at a young age and he was vulnerable, he probably took 20 years just to realize what the fuck he was in. So I can see, both sides. So it'd be good to know his age so we'll know. If he's 50, then it's like, nah, this started at 30.
Then nigga, like
Nah,
now we got.
this started
He's
at a young
he's
age.
older
If you
dude.
my age and you 30, I'm just saying you. That's why I put myself into it because I'm like, I walk around on the streets, I'm considered grown. But when you say 20 years, I'm like 20 years ago I was 10.
Oh, I
So that's
see.
what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
why I was
No, there was
like,
no
when-
child molestation there. No,
Okay.
they're
so,
not
so
saying
he
that.
started off 21, something like that, and was already okay.
What's that
I have
boy
to look
name?
at. I don't know who that
Sexuality.
fucking
Was
is.
Richard Pryor? Richard Pryor's son. He came out and said that Paul Mooney, was messing around with him, but he was grown, like but
Oh, wow.
still, he was like he was vulnerable. There's a mentor to him. There's somebody who he looked up to, but it's like I don't know. It's just me at 19, 20. I'm shooting somebody. They play rough.
I'm doing something to you.
Yeah.
I'm doing something to you.
I don't know. They probably built different, so that's why I can't say like that. Probably due to my upbringing where we come from, but him being spoiled and growing up in that lifestyle and things like that, he probably been grooming Shawty since he was 10. He been writing for his father his whole career. A lot of people don't know that Paul Mooney
That's new
is
shit that
Richard
I've been
Pryor.
missing in
You ain't
conversation.
hear Richard Pryor without hearing Paul Mooney. He wrote most of his jokes. He wrote his stand up, skits, everything. Paul Mooney is probably the GOAT. Just that he was gay, Like, be mad about
Sexual
that. Like
orientation, sexual orientation.
he don't care. But young boy came out too late though. At 30 something years old, you saying he did something to you at 20 something. It's like, that's tough. You know, I ain't gonna dismiss it, but it's like I don't know how. Like telling people going to help. You might just need to talk about it, but I don't think you can actually get that person in trouble.
Well, he's saying that I think he could have fell in love with him. Sometimes they say you fall in love with your abusers, or
Yes,
that's the only
falling.
way I can see it. You keep going and going and going and going because and he
you with us?
Yeah, he with us. He been there for a little second.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question? The panel, I'm asking the panel, right? Why do we keep getting caught up in these homosexual wars? Let them people do what they're gonna do. Like we giving them too much attention for the goofy, dumb, stupid shit they do. Who gives a fuck about all this? If they know what the fucking pastor's doing, they know what the dude is doing. You're not gonna tell me you've been getting raped for 20 years and you ain't like it. I hate to say it, but it's the fucking truth. Only reason why I became rape is because you got in your fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? And now a motherfucker don't want you, and now it's rape all of a sudden. But I done raped you 20 fucking years, you goofy motherfucker. You goofy motherfucker. I done raped you 20 motherfucking years. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, after 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he's been choking me out. Well, I would think I've been doing it for 20 years, right? Why is today so fucking different from the last 20 fucking years?
Them donations ain't coming.
Every time we turn around, dog, we're having a conversation about these alphabet boys and heterosexual, bisexual. But what I'm saying is this:
run the world.
But see, what we're doing is we're promoting this shit unawarely. We're promoting this shit because you're talking about it too much. You got too much input on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to get none of us nowhere. We're sitting here having a whole conversation, a frivolous conversation, really. That's not going to get nobody nowhere. Because guess what? No matter what they say about the pastor, if you like the pastor, you're going to follow him. You know what I'm saying? That's the Pied Piper. The pastor is the Pied Piper. As long as he's telling you what you want to hear, you're going to follow him. You're going to follow him as long as he's telling you what you want to hear that makes your life justified, the things you do justified, you feel like you blessed, and everything that he can give you that you can't give yourself is the reason why you follow this pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I hate to say it, but that's the greatest hustle in the world.
You're right, but you ain't lied, Unc. I agree with you 100% on what you're saying. You ain't lied on this. I'm behind you on this.
Understand this. If you're gonna be a pastor, like you don't tell us them said that there's no taxes. Y'all don't pay no taxes. You don't tell us that there's nothing that's wrong with the goddamn church. You just want money. You don't tell us them saying that you divvy all this fucking money up. Every week we give you money, you divvy it up. You're not telling us that we paying for your whole motherfucking house and everything and your whole fucking life consists of.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Iman, for that reaction on the morning page. I appreciate it.
But you're the same devil that will sit up here and infest our kids' brains with nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And the second that we don't believe in what you're saying, we going to hell.
Yeah, better repent now, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the fuck I would go to any motherfucking man walking the face of this earth and repent a motherfucking thing to him. Fuck him.
And if
you can't give me salvation. That man cannot give me salvation. That man can only tell me a reality that I'm not living in. That's it. He can paint a picture. And if the picture does not go the way that he wants it to go in your life, you're going to hell, my brother.
Yes, you will. You better listen.
Right on the way.
You ain't paying your 10%, you're going to hell.
And if
One-way
you ask
ticket.
too many questions, what? You're
You're
rebellious.
going to hell.
And going to hell.
Everything is an abomination other than what the preacher says. Everything's an abomination. They tell you homosexuality is an abomination, but
they
you'll sit in
do
the
it.
church and preach it. You'll sit in the church and preach it and justify it.
Everything abomination.
Mhm.
Everything.
That's how you know
They doing
everything is a. That's how you know everything is a fucking lie. Because redemption comes from self. It don't come from nobody else.
I'll give you that. You said that shit right.
My
I
boy
see a
Christ.
video with the caption says, in 1997, Frederick K.C. Price shocked the world with a series called Race, Religion, and Racism. He look like he about to talk that shit. Look how sharp he dressed. He look like he about
He
to
used
talk
to
that
be
shit.
the one that go evidence, evidence. I used to.
Black folk
Thank you,
got
Ray.
the nerve
Thank you,
to
Ray.
talk about we shouldn't talk about reparations. We should let it go. Poor, simple-minded fool. Japanese people who lived here in the United States, Southern California area, they shipped them out, put them in internment camps during the Second World War with Japan. After the war was over, through negotiations, they received every person $20,000 each and a formal apology. And our government, our nation, is wondering whether or not they're deciding whether or not they should apologize for enslaving blacks in America. Now think about this. Now this is what I'm talking about. See, this nation is wrong. I'm sorry. This nation is wrong. Now watch this. Listen, here's why they're wrong. Here's why they're wrong. They won't even apologize to the best citizens that they've ever had. Now listen. It wasn't black Africans from Nigeria that flew over Pearl Harbor on December the 7th and declared war on the United States of America. Approximately 3,000 plus Americans were killed by the Japanese on the day of Pearl Harbor when Japan declared war on the United States of America. And then after that, they gave them $20,000 apiece and apology for declaring war on them. And black people have been the most loyal people to the United States. They have never, ever declared war on the United States. Never. Listen. We have been the most loyal people to this nation than any of the immigrants that ever came here. We have fought in every one of America's war and then got treated like dogs after it. And then the nation has the gall to decide whether or not we should apologize to them. Maybe we ought to declare war on them, and then maybe that'll get them to apologize. I mean, right is right, doggone it, right is right. That's just downright criminal. That's just downright criminal. We have fought in every single war. We've been butchered and destroyed and shot up and come back to this country and couldn't even get a job. Just because we were black. And you say you're gonna decide whether you apologize? In God we trust. What God?
God, we trust
that's
what
why
God?
they
That's the
snatched them off
pastor.
Fox
And
5.
God,
That
we
was my
trust
man,
what God?
Fred Price.
That was too hard. And God, we trust what God? He's the pastor in church saying this. This is the pastors that we don't have no more. That's why when you go to church and people saying, oh, the pastor this, he's still this pastor ain't give a fuck about politics. Now all them politicians, you can't speak about this in the church. You can't talk, you gotta line with the politicians, but these the pastors that we need back.
He
Until
was
pastors
one
come back
that
like
I
that, I ain't-
followed. Fred Price. I was talking about him. That's the one that got evidence. The evidence. I like because he about to say some real shiznit when he do that evidence. I'm like, tell it, Fred, tell it. But he was passionate and he believed in what he believed and he loved his people. He didn't care about, oh, if you say this, you ain't gonna get the federal funding. If you say this, blah blah blah. That's what I'm talking about. And Geno Jennings, he's another one that to tell it like it is. And they don't like
but he don't ask for money. He don't pull a connection plate. He work his own job. You
You
know,
won't be able to tap into the video because it's on a live stream, E-Man.
oh,
So
nah,
you're not gonna be able
okay.
to-
Yeah, we going through a screen, so it ain't like normal Facebook where you can just hit join live and tap in. That's probably what he trying to do.
That's what I think what he's trying to do.
YouTube.
Yeah, you want to tap in with us one day, man? I got you. I had to send you the link, and you'll have to come on that way. You just got to make sure you're in a nice area where it ain't too loud. You got some okay connection.
Solid signal, yeah.
Oh God, he in the car, you know. So
yeah, his connection stopped today.
Yeah, I don't got that new iPhone, so he good, man. He paying
Alright,
like $200 a
alright.
month for one
Got
line.
the car fixed, new phone, new line. All right, big changes.
Yep.
You said go ahead
Molly,
with that shit.
I enjoyed that clip, Molly. I mean,
Oh yeah, I be having them joints. Them my guys, man. I like stuff like that because he
didn't
sang that in
know.
'97. You know, '97.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
the second
9
side
years
I-
old in '97. I was only 9, and you know, hearing that is just like, damn. If I'd have heard that young, it would have changed my life then. You know, so it's like the stuff that I've been saying and preaching about the government now. He was saying that back then. They still ain't apologize. They still giving immigrants money, ain't giving us nothing. You know, so it's just like they was talking about the Japanese. We see they good. China people, they good here now.
Yeah.
But now we got new immigrants coming in. They getting benefits and money that we haven't gotten yet. So it's just like, man, where these pastors been at, and how's people still falling for the same system? Like,
Okay,
y'all been
yep.
around this long. Why y'all still going out there to vote? Why y'all still going out here to become a church and build a church that preach the same thing they preaching? There's a lot of preachers who told me, man, that we had conversations that they sharper than we know. It's just some things they can't talk about. It ain't that they don't want
Or
to
they
talk about
won't
it.
talk about
They
it.
can't talk about it. No, it ain't that they can't. It's certain things they told that specifically you can't talk about to your congregation. If you do, that's to go against all the rules. You don't just become a pastor one day and say, I want. You got to go through steps. It's all types of stuff. You can't just become a pastor. You can't be like, yeah, I just one day woke up, say I want to be a pastor. Nah, it's classes and stuff. You get to learn things, how to actually do the word, preach the word. So it's just, I just miss these pastors. Like back then, it seemed like they ain't had no guidelines. Like they talk about the issues that's going on in the real world, and they did not care how anybody felt about it. Probably because it wasn't social media, and he, you know, a lot of people wasn't going to see it right then and there. But
he
I
was
like,
on TV saying it. This was national television saying it. He every Sunday morning on, and it was on Fox 5, and then they snatched Fred Price off the air. We was like
Bobby Jones from my grandmother.
Bobby Jones gospel.
Great
What
pastors out who still address real issues. Nah, ain't nobody negating the fact. See, people also think that when you say, like, when you don't word stuff certain ways, people have to step in and say that, oh, there's people like that exist. Nobody said all pastors, nobody, but we gonna highlight what is currently on the news and currently relevant in terms of the era right now, because there's a lot of experiments of these women going out here trying to get resources and stuff like that. We know it's not everybody, but we're reflecting on what a lot of people are subscribing to right now, which is, you know.
Can we all agree that slavery was wrong? Can anybody, just having somebody enslaved, can we say that was wrong? But what people don't understand is pastors have people enslaved too, it's just mentally. And they assume because they pastor good to them, there's a lot of good slave masters out here. They all wasn't just bad and beating on their slaves. They was good to some of their slaves, but what they was doing was still evil. You know, but they get a pass because they nice, or they talk some good things, they preach different things. Still, it's the whole thing behind it. This stuff came from slavery. You know, if you do the history on the book and all that stuff, our ancestors would be upset at us that we even subscribe to some of these things. Because you meet a lot of pastors, they not out here to do evil things because they don't know what they doing is wrong. That's why in any scripture, when Jesus was talking about the church and the religions at them time, he was talking against it. He wasn't with for these buildings and these big shrines and all this stuff. These people walking into to praise God and his father. No, he was against it. He was in there throwing tables and all that. And it's the same book that they love and preach. And it's like, man, it's just like I wish people really get out of the now and go learn the history of where it's come from. We always want to know where this come from, where it started, except religion. It is like, come on, man. We know when Apple started. We know when Steve Jobs first built the Apple phone and all that. It's a date on it. It's the same thing with a lot of these religions. And when you go deep into it, you will see that, man, a lot of evil came behind religion, especially them holy wars and stuff. A lot of died, man, all off be religion. You know, I just feel like if religion never existed, a lot of people would still be alive. A whole
Hold on.
lot of
I
millions.
want Rodney to know that we are aware of that as well. We understand the control and we speaking on all of it. We speaking on the change of people having the ability to speak on stuff freely and really hit their congregation versus a lot of these sugar-coated ways of having to do things, whether it be because the government has influence on y'all budget and y'all actually thriving and existing as a church or entity, or you have some type of other influence that keeps you from, like, for instance, social media. People don't want to get canceled. People are afraid to say too much. People are afraid to run their people off. So we're talking about the transition.
All right.
We're talking about the whole timeline
You got
of
gas? You got gas?
he's trying to make a sale. He's trying to make a sale. But talking about the changes, the differences, actually, is what we're talking about. The variety of different types of pastors.
It's no different in history. Like, these teachers know true history, but they gotta actually teach what's in the book. So you'll be like, school, man, my teacher was wrong. She didn't really know history. No, she knew history. She just got to teach the curriculum, like whatever on these books. She got to actually teach that to them. And you had some teachers used to put that book to the side and be like, nah, this, and they was getting fat because they like, we didn't pay you to teach that. So they make sure they keep certain things out, you know. And then when you start to learn it on your own, you like, wow, it's no different than religion. When you're young, people teaching you, they tell you, point to this scripture right here, 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, anyone in Christ here, new creation. We just had to learn these things. So it was just like, okay. And then as I got older, I started reading scriptures they didn't point me to. And I started like, what do that mean? Like, hold up, this mean this. And then I start asking questions and whatnot. And that's what kids doing in history class. Hold on. Christopher Columbus ain't discovered America because they got Google. You know, now they got access to AI. So they can ask AI, and AI telling them different answers. They like, hold up, but this book telling me this. So it lets you know that through books, that's how they can program people. Now we got television. That's why it's called television program. That's why like my program coming on. Yeah, because you program to watch it. It don't matter if it's P-Valley, Law and Order. It don't matter what it is. That's your program. And that's how my mother and them talk growing up. They never said, my show coming on. They always say, oh, this my program. Be quiet, my program coming on. And now that I'm old, it's like, wow, now you understand channels. You know, you channeling from one place to another. It's different TV. You don't want this programming ain't working for you. We're going to channel you over here. Channel you over here. All of this stuff is words. And it's like, dang, that makes sense. If somebody reads something enough and you constantly read it, you'll start to believe it. And once you believe it, that becomes your reality. And that's why so many different religions, because it's a lot of people out here just not going to accept the red Kool-Aid. They might like the blue Kool-Aid better or the orange Kool-Aid. So it's always good to have different flavors for people, but it all leads you right back to the same thing. Indoctrination. His programming.
Thank you, Kenny, for that reaction on the morning page. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Telling you where you're going to go when you die. You know, telling you what happens if you do this, if you do that. And it's like, what? It's like, that don't make sense. Like, if you didn't experience something, how can you tell me something? Oh, but Jesus did. Was you there? Did you know him? No, that means you believe in the story. So I got to take what somebody else wrote as facts instead of what I actually see. Now, if I see you die and you come back and you say I experienced this and this, and you wrote
Thank you, Rodney, for that reaction on the morning page. I appreciate it, y'all.
Till then, I'm going to take it as metaphors and I'm going to figure out what it actually mean. When I found out, it was talking about the winter solstice. And this happened every year. December 22nd, the sun dies and it returns again. You know, so it's just like, it makes sense. But at the time, I never understood where that story came from. I was like, how can a human being actually die, go to hell, and then free some people from there, and come back and talk and walk. And I was thought that was a miracle. I was like, this definitely the Son of God. Like only He can do that. Then I'm reading scripture. He's saying me, Him, and God are all the same. Y'all are one. Like He no different than me. I'm like, hold up, so I can do that? I'm gonna be like, no, you can't. You better not try to walk on water or do all these crazy things. But I really, as a kid, you would really think that you had the abilities to do that too. This book telling you the Son of God as well. Like we all God's creation and things like that. So we should have abilities like these prophets had. We should be able to talk to God as well. But now that I'm older, I'm trying to learn what astronomy is and understanding what the zodiacs are, why they 12 zodiacs and why they 12 disciples. I understand why the sun go through the zodiacs through the year and when it dies in return. Now I understand why Jesus got 12 disciples with him and why he betrayed by Judas. It's all dependent on where the sun at in the sky at the time. So it makes sense why they had to follow the stars and things like that to navigate, because that's how we still navigate to this day. So I like it though. I like the stories. I just think people just took it way too far now. It's like hearing a kid believing in Harry Potter. Like eventually people gonna say it's witches and stuff out here, like but actually schools out here like Harry
You said
Potter.
eventually.
Yeah, eventually. If not, they already probably
They
believe it.
already, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because it's magic. Like, why wouldn't they believe it? It sounds believable, right? But you
Well,
haven't.
if you can believe in God, shouldn't you believe in the devil too?
They both exist. If
So why you can't believe in everything else?
You can, but that's what I'm saying. If you can believe in God, you should be able to believe in everything else because He speak about everything else.
Everything is a vision. Everything is a vision. Jesus Christ wasn't preaching. He wasn't preaching Christianity. He wasn't preaching religion. He
No,
was
because
preaching.
Christianity didn't come
Listen,
to after He died.
no, Christianity been around before him. You know what I'm saying? He was not preaching Christianity. He was not preaching religion. He was preaching about these are the things that's going to break us apart from our true God. He was telling everything that he was telling you in the 14 books that they took out of the Bible was him describing how the things of this world is going to destroy us. You know what I'm saying? It was basically him telling us the future. Him telling us, man, if you are a child of God, you know what I'm saying, don't be attached to this earth, be connected. It's a difference. There's a difference between being attached and being connected. Being connected means you all your signs, you listen to the world,
You
you listen
understand
to
everything in its entirety. Yeah, that makes
right.
sense.
Being attached to the world is all this truck, cars, money, all that
Dependent.
shit. That's an
Dependent.
attachment.
Yeah, that makes
Attachment
sense.
is you think
I
you
like
want
that
to go
analogy.
somewhere with you got to make as much money until you die. You know what I'm saying? Think you're gonna take the money with you. No, that's an attachment. That's bringing your dumb ass back. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
Yeah.
analogy.
Yeah, once reality kicks in that this world is bigger than just what the fuck we see, then you ascend. That's when you go on a spiritual basis or a spiritual trip.
Yeah, I believe women are portals, and I be writing about it. I don't know how I'm gonna make sense of it, but I think eventually a book could come about. But I really believe women are portals, and people don't understand what I mean by that. It's just like only way we get here is through a woman. Like
Right.
wherever we come from, they portal us through her to get here. It's just like other than that, where the hell did we come from? And they'd be like, well, the seed and the sperm. Yeah, I understand that. But energy get pulled. That's how you get the internet. That's how you get television. It creates these different things. So it's just like,
I know this
where,
dumb motherfucker
where
didn't
do we
turn the
get
fucking bus
pulled
and the
from?
bus cut off.
That's what I want to know. And so I really believe that women are portals because that's how we all get here. We come through her. Somehow we end up in her for 9 months and we come out. But there's no other way to get here. They start making these little incubators and all this little weird stuff. I just think those things don't have souls. I really think it's people out here with no souls. And I know it's hard to believe, but if you was
No, it ain't
created
hard
in
to
a
believe.
lab or something like that, and you ain't come through the portal of a woman, what I believe the womb of a woman, then you don't have a spirit. And that's why you have certain people out here who just don't have feelings, like who just don't care about people. They can hurt people and it don't bother them. They can go in Vegas and shoot up a crowd of people because you don't have no fucking soul. You know, it's like that's them the people they probably create and stuff like that, special ops. But I just like, man, it ain't just us out here. I really believe that we fighting a war, a spiritual war, and we just can't see it. Only a few people can, and it's hard to fight back when you don't know what you're fighting. They way more talented than us, and you know, and they keeping us blind. They putting shit in the food, the waters, and everything. They not doing this for nothing. It's no way. Oh yeah, we're just gonna put metal and stuff. It's to keep us from seeing or tapping into a certain ability that we probably used to have to be able to fight back. And it probably was past memories. It probably was able to download or store things a lot more. We all probably supposed to be smart, like dumb smart. You know, like if you see two lions in the wild, you don't know which one's smarter than the other. They all do the same thing. They with their pride, they hunting. But with us, you will know. You like, shorty a little off. He ain't that sharp, but it's at the same time we all should be sharp. You know, we all should be smart. We all should be fast, athletic, all these things. It shouldn't just be this much of a difference. That's because all of us on different diets. So it depends on what we eating and what we putting out body. Got us on different drugs and all
That's
this
why
to slow us down.
That's why I think these titles and stuff are slapped on certain things. Certain things we don't know. We're not reading in school with the doctors and the people that's really getting access to this true information and the things they will never allow to the forefront, like the cure for cancer and all that type of stuff. That's why I think a lot of these titles are slapped on. We might not know how to control it or whatever without medication. Certain things we not knowledgeable of as regular people, but we label stuff schizophrenic and all those type of words. And I mean, of course, you gotta, there has to be a way to regulate certain things. I just don't think that the common person is gonna have access to that. But like I said, feel like we put titles on shit, and there's really people out on this earth that really can see other people. When they say they're talking to somebody, I think they are. Like, I think I think you're flooded with, it's a whole nother realm that, like you said, is right around you and you just can't see it. But I think it's disguised and masked and covered with titles like, certain medical terms is put on people. But I feel like we do have that to a certain extent. I feel like we still do have that.
I agree. I mean, I've experienced some things. So, people, some people say it's crazy and other people be like, no, you're right. So I believe there's a veil. We got a veil over our eyes. And like Molly said, some people, the veil is weak. They can see through certain things. And the other of us just walking around. And with the food and everything, it's to break our connection. I do believe so too, I believe what you said, Trey, and see, I believe what all of y'all saying, and all of y'all saying a little bit something different, but it's adding to a whole. And I believe that, I believe in all that. Yup, and yup. You're right. And it's adding to.
Let me say something to y'all, right? Because I think y'all, it's a very important question nobody has asked, right? And that is, do anybody know what happened to Black Wall Street?
Yeah.
They're in the church.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, they're in the churches. The church.
Okay, where that is. So the churches go by bloodlines. It's always a son or a grandson that follows the bloodline. When the bloodline ends, the church is dead. The church is gone. You cannot give a church away. Church stays in the bloodline. Once the bloodline is dead, so is the church. That's the only time that you see churches closed.
Right.
And they was given churches so they would shut the fuck up and they wouldn't tell the truth about everything.
Yeah, they gave them a bunch of churches, black churches, all
That's
that.
why. That's why they made it tax free. That's why they made it tax free. Y'all can get all y'all money back plus some more. But guess what? The thing to it is y'all can't tell nobody what's going on. Y'all can't tell nobody what's going on, and y'all will not pay no taxes. But if you do, We will take that little shit around your neck and we will take your church. We will destroy your family. As long as like if TD Jakes come out and start saying little wild shit, he'll be gone in seconds. As long as he continues on being for the ABC community and still speaking up highly about them, his back is covered. Fuck what he do.
Have you
Fuck
ever
him
been
raping somebody, fucking getting
swallowed
raped.
up?
Fuck
Have you
him
gone
sucking
through a
dick.
time
Fuck
of
everything he do.
swallowing where
As
everything
long as
was
he goes by these rules and
overwhelmed?
regulations of not running his fucking mouth, he's gonna stay on top.
TD Jakes gave his church to his daughter now. He retired, so he just sitting back collecting money. He ain't got to talk no more. He don't
And
even.
what is she? And what is she?
What? She pastor, man. She
Oh,
talking
well, there
in
it
the
is.
pulpit. He
There it
talking
is.
about.
We keeping the bloodline going, right?
Yes, sir. If he had a son to pass it to, he probably pass it to him. But he ain't passed the baby girl. She doing a good job. She married. They keep that money flowing, man. I don't blame him because I'm looking at people with this money to see these artists all the time. Oh yeah. She said, "Speak Russian. I understand you." Thank you anyway.
Okay.
Give her some hearts or something, Trey.
Yeah, I wish we could. I wish I could speak for you. And
Yeah, I wish
relate
I
to
know
you.
Russian, then I can. Hopefully, Facebook can
Josh
translate.
Madonia, that's all I know.
Try to
Josh
give it,
Madonia.
Okay, that's good.
Don't say no shit that's gonna have us hemmed up and have somebody coming after us because you done said the wrong word or thought you. Nah, don't do that.
Yeah. But I look at it like these pastors out here. If you got a pastor that you like, I don't mind it. You know, like I don't knock it because it's people out here that support these rap artists that's, pushing killing and, violence and, committing crimes and things like that. And then they downplay our black women all the time, and people still go support them, go to their concerts and all this stuff, they ceremonies. That's basically what it is. They rituals. And they turn around and be like, "Oh, these pastors be scheming," and they're like, hold on now. The whole fucking rap label is scheming. The whole government is scheming. Yeah, we might not go to church and pay tithes, but if your ass go to 7-Eleven and pay taxes, you paying tithes. We all pay tithes to America. We just don't know it. Like you working a job, you might make $1,200 that week, but about time you get your check, they done chopped it into you getting $700. So you paying tithes. Then they tell you, well, you got to do all these things at the end of the year, fill these things out just to get some of that money back. So it's like at the end of the day, it's a game, So it's like you can't get on one person for getting food for playing this game when you over here getting food playing that game,
I just need
And
people to be in uproar about everything. Like
Yeah.
be in uproar about the whole playing field. Like don't pick and choose is the only thing. Don't like you said, like you was just saying. Really, I'm really following up with what you're saying, but don't
Yeah.
subscribe to this, but then be angry that somebody doing that. Like it just.
don't make sense.
I want to see people. I want to see more people willing to clear the whole playing field. Everything they doing, everything they involved in, everything they subscribe to, and really, put a halt on that shit. But
I want to ask the pastor why they don't speak about the 14 books that was taken out the Bible. That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna ask.
But I know why. You know why. I mean, whatever answer you get from him is
no.
you
That's
know
the
why.
thing.
You know why.
Get him
That's the
out of
thing.
here.
I do know. No, I do know why. But
get him out of here.
That's a question that you're supposed to ask the pastor.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why is these books not in here?
To a pastor in the first place. So that's the thing. That's if you even lean in the direction of talking to a pastor about anything. So it's levels to the shit.
You're right. Wait, walk on
Yeah. Yeah, there's levels to the shit. So you might not be subscribing to nobody. You might not be trying to get a word from nobody. You might be trying to find your own word. So so there's levels to the shit. But if you are, I feel like you. I would want people to put themselves in a different environment because don't be knowledgeable and be woke and hip and everything. Don't be knowledgeable and woke and hip and then what you fishing for if you already know what's up with the pastor and why. That's like asking the drug dealer, why you shorting me? Because nigga, you been getting shorted. He gonna short you. Why? That's the same thing to me. So that depends on if you subscribe to someone as a medium for you in the Most High or you in the source or whatever. So there's levels to it.
I got another clip for y'all. This can be the last one for the day since everybody let us talk about this all week. We gonna keep talking about it, man. This shit is crazy, but this
Oh,
dude, yeah, he gonna break down a little bit of what we broke down because what people tend to
Oh,
forget, they know what's going on now, but they don't remember what was happening. So I'm gonna let this white guy say it, so because he, when he said people believe him
y'all
more.
take the message in and shit.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
get
In the black community, they believe white faces more, and in the white community, they believe black faces more. So with my
right.
white brother right here, he gonna break it down, the truth too.
I find it hypocritical that the same people that are condemning Donald Trump's actions in Venezuela were the same people and administration that put a $25 million bounty on Nicolas Maduro. For some reason, every single one of them forgot that it was the Biden and Harris administration that put a $25 million bounty on Nicolas Maduro. So just make that make sense to me, because if you put a $25 million bounty on someone's head, then the next administration actually goes and does it in 3 hours. Now you're demanding their release of the same person you put a bounty on. When I tell you that the level of delusion is beyond my understanding, and to think that there are people protesting in New York, protesting in Portland, Oregon, demanding for the release of the very one that Biden and Harris put a bounty on. You just can't make up this show that they got going on. Like, this is a new telenovela. Like, this is the New Jersey Shore presidential Democrat edition. I find it hypocritical.
I like people like that. People I want around me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't remember the $25 million bounty on the same guy. I'm lost because, like, y'all saying free this man, and the Biden ministry would have never did this. They was trying to. They trying to, because you see how easy Trump got it done. He got the same truths that they got access to. So that lets you know that they fake was trying to, and for 25 million, shit, his cousin and his brother would have gave him up. So it's just like, come on, man. That just lets you know people just go with the now. They don't really be having no type of, like, let me research some things before I just come out here and say something. Oh, they wrong. How they gonna do this man like that? They saying free a guy that was already a criminal, that already had. Matter of fact, I think Biden them still owe that 25 million to me. They caught him, didn't they? Somebody needed. They got still pay. That bounty was still on his head, and he finally got caught. I feel like that 25 million should go to whoever caught him.
Whoever caught him,
whoever went down there and
whoever actually did it.
Yeah, whatever team, whoever's part of that team. But I just want to remind people that this guy was a criminal, or was looked at as a criminal. We know America, we criminals too. But we we can't be out here fighting for Pablo to get out. We can't be fighting for the cartels to get out when you don't know who you fighting for. At least know the guy, or understand why they country is cheering that this guy got captured. Name another place other than probably America. If somebody come in and snatch Trump, I can see America happy. They dumb like that. But they was happy that they snatched this dude up, man. They cheering, they march in the city. They feel free because they feel like they was trapped out there, So it's just like, come on, man. Like, don't be out there. Do some research. If not, we gonna show y'all. We gonna bring the history back to y'all to remind y'all that Biden was trying to catch the same guy. And it wasn't a problem, man. Everybody was cool with it. It's just weird. Now they got a problem with it because Trump did. It's weird.
So what are they going to do with Maduro? What are they going to do with him?
Shoot, who knows, man? They probably gonna make him go to another country or something, or tell us that they killed him. Fake his death and let him go. I don't know. They gonna do something, but Trump don't care. He went hard. They was asking him what he gonna do with the oil and all that. He was like, "We gonna sell it. We gonna make money off of it. Like, that's what we gonna do with it." I was like, "Damn."
And get too much straightforward than that. Like, I don't expect nobody to tell me that, honestly.
Yeah, that's what he said. You can't. Look, thank you thank you in advance for the $2,000 because I know with the selling of the oil and the tariffs,
You sell out real quick because the way you like can't get off that 2,000, it ain't even determined whether they gonna send it or not. You will sell out.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
You will sell out.
They've been talking about it too long. It's gonna come.
You'll sell out. Well, a couple G's.
Cause he went hard on that joint, man.
Yeah, for real though. But yeah, but it's the lack of knowledge. A lot of people be barking about it. That's why I be saying a lot of things I feel like I'm removed from. Cause a lot of people be barking about shit they just don't know about. People just be want to bark. People just be want to be loud and be out there and be angry about something or whatever. Because when somebody brings anything to you and you really choose to dig into it and ask them questions, they'll be stumped themselves because they'll be looking at themselves or looking at you like, why did they even feel like it was such a big deal? Because, so a lot of people would just be, barking. Shit just be coming out. We had 2 ears and 1 mouth, I thought. So it's like, but people, like you said, people don't research shit. People don't take nothing in. Not everybody. There's some people that do, whatever, I guess. But nah, people be barking about shit they don't even know why they angry about. I hate like somebody is fake enraged about something.
And some of these people being raised because they just take on information that they heard. They don't do no research. It's no different than telling a kid saying it real. He gonna believe you. Then when one of his kids or buddies tell him, they be like, hold on, you was lying to me, but a lot of people just take information wrong with it because they trust the person that it's coming from. So you got certain people that's telling them something. They like, yeah, oh yeah, my man told me that did da. Like, oh yeah, that never even happened. But they man heard it from somebody else that he trusts, and that's how you get rumors start to go around. But that's how hard it is.
That's how you get people unalive. That's still alive. That's still living.
With what?
We got something.
The United States seized 1.9 million barrels of oil on December 10th.
We're gonna keep it.
Gangsta Grizzly!
Maybe we'll sell it. We'll keep it. Maybe we'll use it in the strategic reserves. We're keeping the ships also.
Listen, I know how serious the situation is, but the nigga cold, cuz. He cold, bro. Bro, we running the country right now like niggas on a block on a strip. Oh Lord, like the wire.
Yes. Speaking of Venezuela,
we gotta keep it.
What to do with what?
The oil that has been seized. The United States seized 1.9 million barrels of oil on December 10th.
We're gonna keep it.
Gangsta Grizzly! Sell it or put it in strategic.
Maybe we'll sell it. We'll keep it. Maybe we'll use it in strategic reserves. We'll keep the ships also.
Listen, I know how serious the situation is, but the nigga cold, cuz.
What's up, AQ?
Cold, bro. Bro, we running the country right now like niggas on a block on a strip. Oh Lord, like the wire.
Fuck all that shit up.
Hey,
damn.
Man, they say, so what you going to do with all that oil?
Keep it.
So we keeping the boat too. What you talking
Right.
about?
We keeping that shit.
This dude
Oh
don't
man.
straight taking from people and just like, yeah, we took it and we're gonna sell it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like somebody robbing the plug and going on talking lying about it. Yeah, all this weed you just robbed, buddy. But what you mean we're gonna do? We're gonna sell it. And I took his
Right.
car too. Like what? He took his
That's crazy
boat.
as shit.
Yeah,
That's
he
crazy.
had to take them people's boat. He just did it to be
Oh
petty.
man.
I think he liked being the villain, man. They turned Trump to the villain, and he love it.
Yeah,
It's
he like this shit.
it's
Yeah, fuck
crazy.
yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell it. What
Yeah.
the fuck? You thought he was supposed to say that. Like, we looking for you to say something polished and shit. No, we're going to sell it. The fuck? I overslept like a yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did. Oversleep. Trump is beyond the definition of what she say is beyond the definition of mutated goal. I ain't never used that word before. Unmitigated.
Unmitigated.
Here's the mitigated goal. Is that what she's saying?
Unmitigated goal.
Definition of unmitigated goal. Good morning. What's up?
Damn, you just missed your boy Trump, man. I just shared a video of him.
Had a whole presentation and everything came up. You know, missed all the shit.
And this dude said he stole the oil, he's selling it, and he took the boats. Say, fuck they
David, if you watching from Facebook, give me that reaction on the Morning Mac Show page. Say what you like. Give me that. Some type of heart, some type of song.
Hold on. Wait, hey, what she say? Good morning. I'm thinking about dumping one of my men. Nah, man, don't do that. Hope it ain't the cool one. You know, I don't know.
Don't mess up the church's money.
Destiny did something.
Rock the boat.
We're gonna talk about it Friday. Can't handle two. Sometimes you gotta deal one at a time. Too much, man. Yeah, somebody not gonna be getting enough. They probably pulling her in it. She and that thing stretched out.
Trying to figure every which way.
Yanked all over.
Oh my God. Okay, it's a party all the time. Don't forget that country is pretty right here next to us. Divide and conquer.
Conquer, baby. How we got a North and South America? Nigga, that's America.
That's America.
About, man.
And it's attached. It's attached.
All these different land masses and all this weird stuff that's gonna be underwater 1,000 years from now. Why is they gonna be like, oh, you ever see the ocean of California? Like, what is that? The whole California gonna be underwater. It's gonna be
in the water.
Yeah, it's gonna be one little island hanging up there. Like that used to be Hollywood. Everything.
It's breaking off though. California is actually breaking off. It's been breaking off for over 15 years, but it's slowly, eroding away and starting to be separate.
Okay.
And motherfuckers gonna be like Hawaii, and Big Cali or whatever in a little bit. Trump cracks me up when he says we did what America has since World War II. It was amazing. it was amazing. Magnificent. Never been a greater president. Never accumulated.
And Trump trying to be remembered, boy. He trying to do as much as he can before he get out there. He trying to rename everything. I was like, this shit gonna be crazy, man. You ain't even be going to the movies no more.
He said, fuck talking about the Gulf of Mexico. He said, this is the Gulf of America. This is the Gulf of America.
We not
including oh my God. The continent is named America. We are the United States. Are we united? Are we united?
Okay, you know a little something. Don't keep digging, bro. You're gonna find out a little more truth.
All right, stop dropping loose.
You gonna run to Morocco. Once you learn about Morocco, you gonna definitely open up a book.
We can imagine.
We ready to do a round two.
It's 12:30. Destiny ain't no link.
Trump trying to be the last president, man. That nigga said it ain't gonna be no more Christmas the last one, man. I said, huh?
Go ahead and enjoy this shit.
Like when is the next
Christmas? We shut this shit down.
He announced. He's like, oh man, they Trump about all the wars between now and World War II. They don't care. We about to get off that.
Yeah, 12:30. That's when this shit wrap up, y'all.
The Kennedy Center to Trump. What musical
philanthropy,
man?
Hey, the Kennedy Center turned into Trump.
I'm cool with it. If we gonna put money into it and we gonna have access and it's gonna be better than the Kennedy Center, but if it's still just gonna be the Kennedy Center and you just switching the name like how they do the damn basketball stadium, it's Capital One, the Verizon Center, but ain't shit changed for real.
All under that joint for real. Trump Tower on Constitution was renamed to Waldorf. It was renamed to Waldorf.
There we go. She said, need me to research on Morocco. Okay. Hey, do it. It's the
He always been with that keyboard. She'll look up something real quick. That's one thing I give people like Destiny. She'll look up
Columbia's
something real quick.
brother. It's like, come on, I dare you. Don't dare the Trumpster, man. That dude crazy, man. He gonna tweet about it and all that. He gonna be like, I'm about to bomb this shit in 2 minutes, y'all.
Take that.
Water. Oh yeah. They done renamed the Trump Tower to the Water. I ain't going there. See, I'd have won if it was Trump Towers. I like Trump Towers. Nice. They got the casinos in the side. I went to that.
Waldorf on my in Maryland a little motherfucking rough, so I ain't trying to fuck with Waldorf. I don't go out Waldorf for no reason. I'm definitely not
gonna get his ass. She gonna get her whole family killed doing it. You know it. That's what blew me.
It is gonna be magnificent.
Yeah, her uncle kept telling her ass to calm down. She like, no, I gotta get him back. He did this to my. And then they smoked uncle, auntie, they smoked the whole family. She got her revenge, but you lost people you love, man. Is it worth it? Was it worth it?
The musical thing is because he named himself the president of the Kennedy Center about a month after he got elected president of U.S. He did that to control what is shown. Okay. Trump would have hated Hamilton.
That's down here.
He gonna clear anything out the way. You know, like.
Yes, you coming on the show tomorrow with the information.
Yeah.
Until Thursday.
Until Thursday. Trump will have hated Hamilton.
Bang.
They get spoiled. You go to these other countries, man, that should be so nice. You come back to America, you be like, what the fuck? Like, our shit look better than this. Like, we them. Like, we supposed to be them. Like, wow. Streets and shit don't look clean like all these other places.
We did our big one. Oh my god. We did our big one. Amazing one again. He's talking about war like that's it. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Finally get to drop a nuke, baby. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be the biggest nuke you ever seen.
God bless America and no place else.
America wins again. Man, I'm not just
thank you, man.
With it, man. America's been gangster. He just let me see how gangster he is. Yeah, we got
y'all tune in tomorrow until Thursday, y'all. Destiny, I hope you come on tomorrow, boo, so we can chop it up. Bring the facts.
Yeah, come on through, Death. Funny man, take a nap, bro.
Much love, AQ.
Tomorrow, funny man, because he off tomorrow.
Much love.
My baby tired.
Be tired. Earth.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me because I got my earphones in. I ain't spent but $12 on them, so hopefully I'm clear. Let's get ready to Funny Productions. Cordial invite to the Ricky Bryant birthday bash and two bags barbershop community appreciation at the same time. So it's going to be a packed event because it's two causes. You've got the whole 2Max team on the bottom half of the screen, and you also have in the middle people that will be performing. So you got Philip Page, Miss Chocolate. It's going to be hosted by Cynthia Young, and you got our very own Althea McFarland, the lady that you see in this bottom left corner right here. She will be in attendance along with Ronald B.C. Harris. The event itself is on January 10th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. All right, so first of the year comedy and talent showcase. It's going to be a few people in attendance. Some people that I see that are reoccurring, some that are new. You have talent on the side of the flyer, Venom and Verse, Tune, and Megan Rashawn. There's going to be a few people in attendance. One of them is late and shit. Funny Man Green got in here 12:25. We still gonna read your fly because we fuck with you and everything. So Fly J, Jizzle, Kiki, Babyface, and Devontae. You have a couple other people, Nana G, Ricky Boydax, and Miss Hannah Thomas. This event is going to be hosted by Mr. Howard G, which is the Kiss My Bumper guy. Everybody knows that guy. This is on Saturday, January 10th. Showtime is at 7 p.m. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime starts at 8. $25 tickets are available in advance. If you have some reason why you can't just go ahead and just save that $5 and get it, you still got the option to pay $30 at the door and get in. This event is at Cafe 12, 5627 Regenstown Road in Baltimore, Maryland. For tickets and information, you can text the number 410-808-5805 or the Howard G handle. There will be food and drinks and vendors in attendance. So bring a little change. Say that $5. That'll help. But bring a little change so you can help support the vendors. All right, goddamn. I hope y'all sending in y'all $5 because I'm reading a lot. New Year, New Laugh comedy show, hosted and sponsored by the $5 increment that David Green sent to Althea McFarlane in the show. I know I'm playing, but anyway, music by DJ Blaze. I'm glad he's back. Might have to be a meeting after this. I know I'm playing. Get that $5 in too. We gonna fuck with you because you know you be on here, so we gonna support you. But anyway, I'm glad you got DJ Blaze on the ones and twos. Hopefully you kept the other guy because personally I thought that other DJ was cool, so I hope to see him on some of the flyers. This event is on January 23rd. There's a few people in attendance here: Mr. Quan Williams, Miss Alea Wright, and Rod Uncensored. Showtime is at 8 p.m. for this event. It is at a very nice venue space at 249 Virginia Avenue in Cumberland, Maryland, 21502. You can reach out to David Funny Man Green in the comment section, or the next time he's on here if you want to get some information from him, or you can get your information from David. Really, he's the man with the master plan.
Funny Man Green.
Mm-hmm. Get that shit sent in. Get it in. We ain't playing this year. All this reading this shit. Somebody buy me some Arizona or something. This shit ain't free. Buy me Arizona tea or one of these or something. You get me out the way with a Canada Dry. I'll take that. Appreciate everybody that was watching this shit though today. I appreciate that. Good conversation today. Good energy today.
Peace.
Peace.